What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. It's going to be kind of dark doing this one, man. It's going to be kind of dark doing this one and stuff. But it's light out. Man, this is Rom's morning coffee, man. Rom's morning coffee. Yeah. Y'all don't need to see me that well anyway, man. Y'all will get it. As long as I can see out this mud. Yeah, Rom's morning coffee. Why am I calling that? It's something I got from a young lady who works at my gym. And she said, working out in the morning, real early in the morning, is like morning coffee. And it is. It is, because I be coming up here, I be like, man, oh, shit, what's going on? Oh, shit, yeah, and all that stuff, man. Then get on the rower first to warm up. Got on a couple hammer strength for the bench presses, one for the regular style bench press, and other for the incline bench press. And get on the bench. The benches were covered because you get a lot of people in here be working out. And I just saw some. I'll just say it's a lucky number right in front of me. Let me know I'm doing the right thing. But, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. And, did all my stuff. And that's the thing. It just wakes me up. It just wakes me up in the morning. Gets me ready for the rest of the day. Because I got to go home and record a bunch of videos. And my schedule's a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different this week. It's going to be a little bit different. But it is what it is. It is what it is and everything. Got some family stuff. Hold on, let me pop this real quick. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what, though. I'll be working out all hard. And it was funny. There was a brother I met in there today. And he had made a comment about, working out. He getting old, he working out. That dude don't stop moving. I'm gonna start incorporating what he do, because like between his sets he's like kind of jogging in place and everything. And there's a couple other guys I've seen do that too. I'm gonna start doing that, because that dude be going hard. That dude don't be resting, he just go hard. Once he get in there, he good to go. And I'm gonna tell you what, though, I call it Rom's morning coffee, but I'm gonna tell you what. And this is for the more mature men out here, man. You 40 and over, you need to be working out. It's not even necessarily for women and stuff. Yeah, that's a great side benefit and everything. And, but just for health and everything, because there's been many studies and many professionals who say if you're older, you need to be doing resistance training. You give different numbers. They say resistance training. I've seen a couple of people say, you need to do it like three times a week, at least. And I work out about 5. Well, try to 5. Sometimes things been coming up and I'm still getting back on my regular workout schedule. But a minimum, I would say I work out a minimum 3. Minimum 3. And even then, I might just double up at home, because I got some weights at home and stuff. Because I remember I was at home one time, I had to do some stuff, but I was just doing some squats and stuff with just some dumbbells. And I'm going to tell you what. That's it. Because I'm going to tell you, because you get some people, they'll be like, oh, you old. Well, use some common sense. Everybody get old, but you don't have to be biologically old. Chronologically old, you can't help that. Anybody say, well, I ain't gonna be old. Well, hold up. Chronologically, you're gonna get there. Now, if you say physically old, boom. And, of course, I get some detractors or something. I'll say what I always say. Let's get in the pit. Just straight hitting like football and everything. Just get in the pit. And speaking of football, y'all know I'm a Commanders fan. It's not a need to just sell the team. That coaching staff, I'm like, they lost that game to Dallas yesterday on bad penalties. Seriously, bad penalties, drive killers. I'm like, that's coaching right there. Because they got as much talent as everybody else, but I think Carson Wentz, I think he came to the team just to get that money. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. It is what it is. So it's like, you know what? You can't really do anything. I don't know. I'm going to have to start rooting for my college basketball team. Hopefully, they'll have a winning season. Hopefully. St. Joseph's University. Oh, and I started rooting for Kentucky, too. Not because I necessarily like Kentucky, but a friend from college is one of the assistant coaches there. So, you know, bruising. Anybody root for Kentucky, man? I got some stories about Bruiser. That's a cool dude, though, man. That's a cool dude. But yeah, as far as like working out, like older men, mature men, seriously. I know, you know, people say body game nation. We talk about how I get women, but if you mature, you need to work out. You need to work out because it's not automatic. Even if your chronological age is a certain thing, it's not automatic that you're gonna be out of shape. I've said that a lot of times. You can still work out. You can still do some stuff. And like I said, you know, I get some people, they say, you don't work out or you look like this or that. Well, other than me questioning if they moist or anything, like I say, always say, let's take it to the pit. Let's take it to the pit. And that's the thing. That's the thing with just working out. And, you know, I did that video on just taking action to build your masculinity. I think that really is a problem because they saying, you know, like the younger generations don't have as much testosterone. They don't work out as much, man, because one, it used to be a part of the culture. Now, all my old heads and stuff, you in your 50s and 60s, even 70s on here, you remember how it was when we were little. We ain't had no damn video games. We ain't have YouTube, you know? We only had 3 channels, maybe 2 extra ones. Maybe 1 extra one that I think that was a UHF channel. So you might have 4 channels at best, and UHF channels, those are local channels. Then you had the 3 now. That was pretty much it. But you had to like get up in the morning. You had to get out and just go outside. Only time you kind of stayed home if you didn't have, it was like Saturday morning cartoons. Y'all remember those? Saturday morning, everybody stay home, everything. You know, stay home in the morning, but even then, you watch the cartoons, get up, you know, get some lunch or something, you be out. Especially in like the old style neighborhoods, man. Cause you be out all day. You wouldn't even probably go to your house, but you'll get lunch, maybe even dinner and stuff. Cause all the neighbors looked out for all the kids and stuff. Everybody might go to that one house, they'll leave that house, and the parents wouldn't even be worried. Parents wouldn't even be worried about it because they knew a neighbor had them. And then, you know what? Only thing is, once the lights come on, man, those lights come on, your ass better be home. That's the only time they start yelling. Shit, you get some parents, shoot. I heard of one parent, man, she had a special call for her kids, man. You had to get home. Shoot. Yeah, I miss those type of neighborhoods because you stayed out of trouble, too. Seriously, man, you stayed out of trouble. Because remember, everybody in the neighborhood could give you a whipping. Everybody could give you a whipping. Shoot. You do something wrong, you get about 3 or 4 whippings before you got home. And your parents be waiting. You be like, shoot. They be waiting there and stuff. Do it old style. You get to the house and she had some company. He said, just send them back here. I remember my aunt did that with my cousin one time. She cutting up. She was like, just send it back here. Kids stayed out of trouble, though. You stayed out of trouble. And plus, they helped you. And, you know, I told y'all, you know, Because even with this thing, everybody talk about single mothers and all of that. We had single mothers back then too, but all the men in the neighborhood took care of the kids. I remember, when I was first moved out to Southeast DC, living with my mother and sister, and I never forget when I started learning how to ride a bike. And I'm up there doing it. Now, we staying in like this little apartment that was attached to this big old house. Basically an in-law suite. Dude turned it into a rental property. It was this contractor, Mr. Green. I miss that dude, man. I'd never forget. I'm up here trying to learn how to ride my bike and everything. My man, he was outside. Now, you know how those old school brothers dress. Some do too now, especially they going to church or something. My man had on this nice, this is the 70s, he had this nice double-breasted suit, had those shoes, everything. And he saw me out there. And now he really hadn't interacted with me directly, like, you say hi and everything. Man, he saw I was trying to ride that bike. I never forget what he did. I told this story before because this chokes me up sometimes. My man, he came up there, he came next to me. He grabbed me. He grabbed me by the neck and he said, "Pedal, boy, pedal." This dude was doing a full sprint in a suit and some shiny shoes. I ain't gonna say, it'd be funny to say Stacey Adams, I ain't sure, but they were along those lines. He was doing a full sprint with me. "Run, boy, run!" Holding my neck up. Shit. He didn't learn how to ride a bike. But that's how they did back then. Shit. Y'all know, hey, and y'all grew up in those neighborhoods like that. The men just stood up, took charge. Like you had to have a pass going through those neighborhoods. I ain't never see the cops on that street. Never. Because the old heads, the old men, they kept watch. They fucked some shit up too. That's one thing. Everybody was safe around then. You ain't had to worry about shit. Like I said, you needed a pass to walk through there. One of those joints somebody strange walked through. Once they walked past that first house, man, everybody in the neighborhood, because whoever's in that first house kept the lookout. Man, I remember that, man. But even then, getting back to how we were back then, like as kids, man, we always did something, man. Like I remember, when I was living with my grandmother and stuff. Well, we lived in North Michigan Park and 6 and Buchanan over there, and they done gentrified because there was a cement yard over there. They got a bunch of 4-story townhouses. It might be my next move in a few years, but go back to the old neighborhood. But we had like this little parking lot in front of us, man. We used to do everything there, man. We get out, man. We play football all day. They would play some baseball. I ain't get into that like that. Kickball, shit. Truth or dare. Hide and go get it. Oh, wait. That's something else. Okay. I'm talking about the sports stuff now. But that was just, man, we just stayed active all day, man. Even I remember the 76 Olympics, man. We had our own Olympics. Even had some of the parents come out and watch us, man. We even did like a opening ceremony, man. That was the fun days, though, man. But we just stayed active, man. We just stayed active. We didn't stay still, man. Even there were times, man, we fight each other and shit, man. You know how, kids fight each other. But it wasn't like, we trying to hurt each other or something, man. We have a disagreement, fight, and then be cool right afterwards. But we were just more active, man. We were just more active. Kids not as active nowadays. You still see it, but not the way it was, man. And shoot, local basketball. Oh, man. I remember playing that. That's not even my best sport. That ain't even my best sport. But go to the basketball court. And you know what? I used to always have all the guys who were gunners, like who just like to shoot. They would always pick me. Always pick me. Because they'd be like, Rom going to dominate the rebound. Rom going to dominate the rebounds and stuff. Because, shoot. And then just get, hit enough shots to keep the other team honest. hit enough shots just to keep the other team honest. Because when I rebound, man, I'll be shooting bows and stuff. I'll be like, Yeah, all the other kids be like, you know what, fuck it, man. You know. We let Romeo do that. But it was just different, man. And you know what, man? It was just different. And plus, everybody used to play some type of sport, man. I mean, that was like the main thing. Like, everybody on our street played something. Basketball, football, soccer, something. Because soccer was just getting started there. Football. You know, like, seriously, everybody on the street was on some type of team. Everybody. And that's just how it was, man. But it's not even like that, man. And I saw this a few years ago. You got you got teams canceling seasons now. They can't get enough guys to play. You know? And that's a big thing. Just the athletes, like the just serious athletes, because, shoot, back then, even the nerds was like on some athletic stuff. Even the nerds. Because, shoot, coming up, I was a nerd. I don't mind saying that. But I could get that rebound. Shoot the bow. You know? Definitely play that football. Play soccer and stuff. You know? I actually played soccer because my arrogant ass was good enough. I said, oh, yeah, I'll go pro. Because I was slimmer, way slimmer back then. You know? But even then, I could still play football. A couple coaches was like, shit, come on now. Heck. Yeah, that was just fun. That was just fun, but we stayed active. And you know what? That stays with you for life, though, man. That stays with you for life. Because people don't know. People don't know how much. I was a nerd jock. I think that's the best way to put it. I was a nerd jock. Like, we play any sport, I can hang. Except for I never got into baseball. Never got into it at all. So, except for that. But if you said football, basketball, soccer, I could roll with you. It was even on the track team for a minute, but let's just say there were some issues with the coaches. So I was like, we won't get into it. I don't want to get sued. But, you know, wrestled. So, you know, we just stayed into some stuff more, man. We just stayed into some stuff, and I think that was a big thing, man. And you kind of keep that, man. You kind of keep that. Like, personally, I feel good just doing some movement. And if I had time, man, I always say I want to play, but it's just, weekends are just tough. Like, maybe play football somewhere, find a league, but I stay so busy with my sons on the weekend and shit. So, you know, stay so busy with them, but I don't know, maybe I'll find some league to play in or something, man, you know? Maybe I'll find some league. What do y'all think? Okay. So, yeah. But that, if you're a mature man, just, you know, keep with it, man. Like, you don't have to compete, man. Don't think in terms you got to compete with somebody or play ball or just lift for the sake of lifting. Just stay, you know, seriously, just stay with it because it's just healthier, man. There's no law that says, oh, you have to be decrepit or anything like that. You know, you can still eat well, you can still stay active. Even if, you know, sometimes even if you just go for walks, evening walks all the time. Maybe walk a good mile or two. And I've seen some older guys, they be walking and stuff. You know? Be walking, got that brisk walk. But you got to do it because it's basically like this. Use it or lose it. Use it or lose it. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Go ahead and get my stuff. I'm trying to think. Should I get my stuff? Yeah, let me just go get my food and everything now. That way I don't have to walk around too much. But anyway, though. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get over here. Anyway, though, that's basically all I got. I'll get back with y'all. Alright? Get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.